Hello everyone, I hope you're doing really well and welcome back to another video where I am announcing my next RLCS team for season 2025. Now, I've already announced this on Twitter, so anyone who's already seen that, then yeah, you already know it. But the team is myself, Stizzy, Jorus, and Violent Panda as the coach. Now, I'm going to be doing a video talking about, Jorus and Stizzy as players, for those who aren't familiar with them, and also talking about how I made the decision and just everything in a kind of in total. So let's get straight into it. We're going to be watching a couple of replays. It's going to be a shorter video today, guys. Just 2 replays of Jorus and Stizzy in the background whilst we talk about these guys. I'm really happy. Okay, I'm actually so excited for this team. I'm super happy it's finally kind of done, finally sorted, and I can kind of put it out there. This team is incredible. Now, I'm not gonna I won't talk about it too much. The team has been performing so well in the scrims, but it's more about the mentality of this team. I think it's gonna be so good, judging from the start at least, which at the start of every team, of course, things are always lighter and stuff like that, but I've still really not seen it before. So that's really all I'll say about how I think it will be. I'm super excited, so confident, and I'm very happy with the end result of this off season. But it's been a bit long, we tried out with a bunch of different players. Myself and Stizzy tried out with a load of different people. Tried out with NA players like Chronic, for example. I tried out a bunch with in this off season, and just a ton of other different players, and a lot of kind of crazy, different teams, and just given a ton of players a shot basically to see what they're like. So it was really long. In terms of where we're going to be playing, by the way, guys, the region, it is currently undecided. It's going to depend on the organization that we go with, which is also currently undecided. We are in talks with a couple of other orgs right now, and yeah, we're kind of waiting to see what else pops up, if anything, and then yeah, it'll be a decision from there basically. But it will either be Europe or NA. In terms of preference, I think everyone's a little different, so I won't speak about it too much. I'd love to play in Europe, but apart from that, we'll leave it at that. But Jorus and Stizzy, in terms of who they are, plenty of you guys will know Jorus as a player, someone I teamed with for 1.5 years, actually, between the end of 2020 and the kind of middle to end of 2022. So 1.5 years with him. A very good friend of mine, a long-time friend, and I'm extremely excited to be back with him and Violent Panda as well as the coach. Actually, a player I used to team with Jorus, so someone who brought me onto the scene basically. So I'm really excited to have him as the coach, and his experience speaks for itself. A really nice save by Jorus there. I wasn't sure if it was on target, but just showing some great level in this game. Made an insane pass earlier to set up a complete free shot for his teammate here. But yeah, these guys are fantastic. Stizzy, for any of you guys who don't know him, a Spanish 17-year-old, very mechanical player, as we'll see in the next replay. And yeah, extremely confident, as is that how you say it? Yeah, every Spanish player is confident, and including Stizzy. Just kind of it just kind of comes from him naturally. So I'm extremely excited to be playing with him. And yeah, Jorus putting in a dunk. This is the Esports World Cup 2024 tournament. So a few months back, kind of last time I could really get solid footage of Jorus that isn't scrims. I'd love to show our scrims, but I'm bit last minute on recording this video. It's coming out today as of the time I'm recording this. So I didn't really have time to ask other teams if I could show our scrims, and honestly, I don't think many would respond. There's a big tournament going on with the FIFA World Cup right now, so many people are busy, so I didn't want to kind of intrude on anyone's time. But yeah, showing these replays, you'll see that Jorus is over, when I used to team with him, a very, very mechanical player, very way better than everyone mechanically, and he still has it. He'll tell you he thinks he doesn't, but he still does. His mechanics are absolutely spot on, consistency wise. He may not have like the top 5 peak mechanics like he used to back in the day, but you don't really need to. You need really consistent mechanics and really good decision making. That's the main thing. In Jorus right now, in the form he's in, I couldn't speak higher of his decision making. He's showing some really good level in this game. A fake shot into kind of a bump attempt onto the last guy, doesn't hit it, but it does put the defender off and gives his teammate a free shot. You'll notice that this team, that we've built, hopefully it will stay. Right now the decision making is insane. I'm super happy with it, and the team is constantly talking in between everything that we're doing to figure out where we're going wrong, where we're going right. And yeah, it's super mature, which I think a lot of people will have concerns about. Me and Jorus teaming in the past, a lot of rumors that that kind of didn't end well. We'll go on to the next game real quick. All right, in the next replay, apologies for that break. But yeah, I think a lot of people have concerns about, me and Jorus teaming together again. I think, judging from the reaction, people are extremely happy with it. But I think some people will be naturally skeptical. Where I stand on it, I think myself and Jorus, it was 2 years ago. It didn't end, too great like every other team, but it wasn't as if we fell out. Just we didn't end up working on the pitch towards the end of the team with Scrub Killer, and therefore just stop teaming. That's how it didn't end well in that sense, like any team. But I think everyone's matured a lot. I mean, I know I definitely have as a player, and how I go about things. I've achieved a lot more since then and learned a lot more about myself as a player. And I think Jorus would have done the same, learned a lot about himself and how he works better now. So I'm personally not concerned, but realistically, we'll have to wait and see. Of course, everything is, up in the air until you perform in tournament, really. So that's the main thing. You gotta hold judgment and keep your feet on the ground until you actually perform well in tournament. But me and Stizzy here against Ruas and Nupo played a ton of ranked games against these guys in basically in one day. So showing this replay for Stizzy, and we'll talk a little bit about him. Like I said before, 17-year-old Spanish player, extremely talented. Hasn't performed in the tournaments to the level he can yet, in the sense that he's very, very good. His results are top 4 peak in regionals. So I could be wrong about that, but I think it's top 4 peak in regionals. So it's not really high compared to what I know this guy can play at, the level he can play at, as he'll show you in this game. By the way, I was meant to show a different game. I've just kind of randomly picked a twos game that we played. I obviously picked it because it was good opponents. But these guys, this game I barely looked at before. He plays absolutely insane. His peak is so high. And yeah, really interested to kind of develop with him, because I think that naturally, extremely mechanical players who maybe he's not played a ton of games. I tried to back pass there and Nupo got in the way of it, but he hasn't played, a ton of RLCS at a high level. So I think naturally a lot of, the improvement he'll have is from decision making and confidence and his consistency, basically. So I'm really excited to be able to try and help him out with that. He's a good enough player in his own right that he can do it without me, but hopefully I can provide a little bit of kind of support in that sense. And like I said before, we've got Panda who has all the experience in the world. But Stizzy really has matured a lot over the last kind of year. I think oh god, what am I doing? I'm taking everything by myself. But I think he's matured a lot. I was with him in Paris. I was actually with Jorus and Stizzy in Paris. We didn't know we were teaming at that point. We actually weren't even trying out at that point. But yeah, that happened kind of after that tournament. But I was with Stizzy playing with him in Paris for Flip and Spin a few weeks ago, maybe 6 weeks ago. I'm not sure. And yeah, really funny guy. Really a good kind of energy to be around, I guess. A really good, just kind of, yeah, lots of funny moments with him. He's kind of stupid in a nice way. But yeah, so we'll see. Hopefully, fingers crossed, we can qualify for lands and see that in person. But yeah, any type of content you guys want with the team, I think they'd be more than happy to. I'll try and persuade them anyway. Let me know in the comments, maybe some King of the Hills or anything to get to know the team, basically. Oh, I thought he was going to double tap that. I think he messed up his first touch, but still gets past the first guy. Can't quite find the bump. But yeah, me and Stizzy are pretty decent at twos together. We played a 2v2 tournament. Played a couple now, but the last one we played, we managed to beat Zen and Monkey Moon in a game 5. We did lose to Drali and Vatera like 3-1. I didn't play too good in that series, but yeah, we meshed quite well in 2v2. And honestly, I think both of us have been quite high rated in twos recently, so it's not like too crazy. Most high rated players all mesh well together in twos, but it is nice to be able to play with them, a turn in ranked and get high rated. So I'm really looking forward to that. Oh god, oh my god, I remember this. I think we score off this. We score off this, and I accidentally just like had brain delay or something, and I remember I was like, oh my god, and I remember I just scored and then started typing to him. I was like, I just lagged like IRL. I think I just lagged IRL with my brain. So I don't know if that happens to you guys ever, but definitely happens to me. They look like they're going for some sort of Spanish kickoff. They are. You can tell that by the cheater there. Just kind of going to the side. Holy confidence. So this is what I'm talking about. See, I think that's just stupid to me, but you know, it's that shows the level of just like, you know, confidence he has sometimes. Perhaps too much at certain points. But 4-3, we go down. He tries to fake the last guy out. He goes underneath him, and he reads the Spanish kickoff from Ruas and Nupo. 30 seconds left. Gets in the way, and I'm just gonna try and play keep away and try and waste as much time and put it into an awkward position for them, basically. Stizzy kind of waits too long, but we do have possession and almost concede a shot. But yeah, this looks like it's going to be a position where we're going to be fine. But Stizzy doesn't care. He wants goals. Doesn't get his best first touch, but still outplays the last guy. Tries to jump over the bump, and then 0 seconds left. I'm sure we'll just ground it here. Do I? Hello, Jack. Come on. There we go. Perfect. There we go. Stizzy and Jorus. That is the team. In terms of Violent Panda as the coach, you know, you guys know all about Violent Panda, 2-time world champion. Oh god, 2-time world champion. Nothing more really needs to be said. All the experience in the world. The team gets on really well, kind of personality-wise. And yeah, I'm really, really excited to seriously work hard, because I think this team is going to be very, very hungry. I mean, I know we are, because I think we're gonna have a lot to prove, and we're not gonna be, you know, rated as #1 going into the season, you know, which is kind of nice. It's kind of nice to be in that spot sometimes. So yeah, super excited. Hopefully you guys will join us along the way. Yeah, join us along the way. Hopefully you guys are going to be a fan of the team. We'll see what org we land on, and whenever we, you know, do land on that org, you guys will be some of the first to know. I'll update you as soon as I can. But yeah, let me know your thoughts on the team in the comments down below. Good or bad, it's okay. I won't take too much offense to it. But other than that, we're going to leave it there. Hope you enjoyed watching. If you did, make sure you drop a like, drop a sub to the channel. I'll see you guys in the next video. Take care.